We don't know what tomorrow will bring, but we often find ourselves trying to predict the future anyway. What is the weather going to be tomorrow? When will the 100-meter world record be broken again? Every day, we make informed guesses about what we think will happen. Sometimes we're pretty sure of ourselves, and sometimes we're not. Importantly, every guess we make comes with some level of uncertainty. Today, we're asking you to take a survey to help us better understand how people make predictions. But before we start, we'd like to share an example to illustrate what this is all about. Imagine you're thinking about what the weather is going to be next Saturday so you know how to pack for a weekend trip. You know it's been cold recently, but things might change. Perhaps you think it's most likely going to be somewhere around 5 degrees Celsius, but it could possibly get all the way down to 3 degrees or as high as 7 degrees. Anything above or below this range you think is virtually impossible. Now imagine you had 100 blocks you could use to indicate how likely you think a certain temperature is. For example, we think that there is a 20% chance the temperature will be 5 degrees exactly. So we place 20 blocks on the temperature level 5. But we also think the temperature will be equally likely to fall somewhere between 3 and 7 degrees. We therefore decide to place 20 of our 100 blocks on each of those temperature levels, using up all of our 100 blocks. You have now just created a distribution of your expectation for the temperature next Saturday. Congratulations! Now imagine that you have new information. A weather forecast says that a temperature is expected to be 2 degrees next Saturday. That's useful to know, but we also know that weather forecasts aren't always very accurate. How does this change our beliefs about the weather next week? Well, we used to think it would be around 5. We now have a new forecast that says it will be lower than that. Perhaps we will revise our estimate downwards in light of this. What would this look like in practice? Maybe based on our own information and the new forecast, we now think that it's most likely going to be somewhere around 3 degrees. So we can create a new distribution that reflects our updated belief, just as we did before. Your new belief distribution could, for instance, look something like this. You could have also created a distribution that looks more like this. This distribution is narrower than the previous one. In other words, you are more certain that the temperature will be close to 3 than you were in the previous figure. What we've just shown you is how to turn your beliefs into a graph. This is exactly what we're going to need to do next for the survey. Now we're going to ask you a series of questions about development interventions. First, asking for your belief about what impact you think a particular program will have. Then, we'll provide you with some supporting evidence and ask you to provide a new estimate of your belief. There are no right and wrong answers. We ask you to answer the questions as truthfully as you can. Good luck!